Hey guys, J19 brought to you another video, and today, yes, we are talking about, as it says in the title, Gackt is back, Genesis and FF7 Part 3. Yeah, we're going to talk about that today, because I saw an image, and I posted it on Twitter, and my Twitter post is blowing up. We're going to go over that today, and talk about what this means moving forward for Final Fantasy 7 Remake Project, and Ever Crisis as well. Get my thoughts about this, because this is big. This is huge because, as you guys can tell, FF7R, the trilogy, has been giving us a lot of Final Fantasy nods, especially a lot of the FF7 compilation, whether it's like boss battles, whether it's like just references all over the place, like posters and like some lines of dialogues that characters do, say, and things we see in battles. It's just, it's all there. You guys know it by now. And the biggest elephant in the room is Genesis, right? Because last we knew, spoiler alert, if you haven't played Dirge of Cerberus, if you go online and you look for it, it's like 15, 16 years old, there is a secret ending. If you find, like, was it all the files, I think? I think I did that, and I got the secret cutscene. I was like, what in the world am I looking at? What I'm speaking is, Genesis wakes up. It's a big explosion, like a big spear explosion. He shows up. Weiss's body's laying on this little island and in the deep underground cave. And apparently Genesis has been sleeping. He's been like just hibernating. And he became like the planet's protector. So we have to keep that in mind. But before he takes off, he picks up Weiss's body. He looks at the camera. He says, "Brother, there's like so much more to be done." Like he says the same line that Sephiroth says to Cloud at the beginning of Chapter 8 Remake. It's not a coincidence. I think Genesis is coming back. Now, is it for Part 3? We're going to talk about it. Is it for Ever Crisis? We'll talk about it. Because, yeah, he didn't record any new lines in the Crisis Core reunion because he's having some health issues. But the devs did say that Gackt and Square Enix are good. Like, they're good buddies. They're not. There's all that jazz about, oh, there's a falling apart. They can't do Crisis Core because of it. No, that's all hogwash. The devs said that there's no ill will, there's no any any of that stuff going on. They still keep in touch. Well, anyways, let's switch gears here and talk about this real quick. What I got posted here, wait, what? Because this image shows Gackt, which he's a little older now. I mean, it's been 16 years since he did any voice work for like Genesis and stuff. Even more. He goes, "I'm currently recording my voice. It's been a while since I came to the studio. I wonder when the last time I came here. It feels like it's been more than 10 years. Now, granted, more than 10 years, that fits in the narrative of what we're talking about here. Because, yes, there is another game that a buddy of mine did tell me about. I forget what it's called, but we can pull up his thing real quick. Which one is it? This Bujin guy, Swordmaster. Apparently Gackt is like the voiceover work, mocap. He did a lot of stuff for this game as well, so it could potentially be a remaster, remake of this. I mean, it's out of the blue, but hey, games lover, thank you for giving a shout out of this, because I didn't even think of this. But back to what I was doing. Let's talk about this, because we're FF7 focused. But that would be very interesting to see him just come back out of nowhere and do that game. Like, to see that game come back, like, it looks fun. Like, he showed me like a video of it. It looks like a nice fast action type of game. Let's get back to the Final Fantasy VII stuff, because there's two things going on with this. Yes, FF7 Genesis, you guys know, if you love him, you hate him. A lot of people don't like him because the writing's bad. He has great concept. I love the way Genesis is, but I can see why fans don't love him. Why fans are not a big fan of Genesis. Not Gackt. Gackt is fine. He's a cool guy. I think a lot of people like him. Like he's was he a Japanese singer, like a famous singer or something like that. I don't really dig deep into Gackt's personal life because I'm all about the FF7 part, right? But anyways, like Genesis could be, it could end up being great. Whatever they plan on doing, because the two things that popped up in my head was Ever Crisis first, that makes most sense because Crisis Core does have some scenes with him in it. They do run cutscenes in Ever Crisis, like Final Fantasy 7, Ever Crisis Core, and even First Soldier. Like they could do a young Genesis and First Soldier with young Sephiroth, young Angel. Like there's a whole bunch of story stuff going on in that I haven't been keeping up with, but it all ties back to the remake project. So that could be number one, right? That could be the most likely thing, right? It could be just a very minor thing. Maybe he's recording new lines or may have deeper dialogue. I know there's not any like voice work in the actual game itself, just in cutscenes. So maybe he's recording new lines for that. But let's move on to the bigger picture. What everybody thinks is going to happen. Genesis could be back for Remake Part 3. Because if this is the swan song for the devs, for these legendary devs who are probably pushing, 50s and 60s, this is their last hurrah. Like, Katase wants to take a step back from development. He's getting up there in age. He's in his 50s now. Nomura's talking about retirement soon. Nobuo, like, he's getting up there. He had some medical issues just, a couple years ago. A year or so ago, right? So, there's that. You got Dojima, right? He's not getting any younger. Like, you got Hamaguchi and a lot of the younger, like, talent that's with these legendary guys. Like, Hamaguchi is the actual, like, big-time director of FF7R, and he's a big fan of FF7. He grew up liking and loving the game. For him to be in his upper 30s and being in being a leadership role of this with Nomura, Katase, you name it, right? It's awesome to see. So, for Genesis, I think it's possible that he could be here, right? He could be in this game. He could be part of the overall narrative plot, right? They want to do, maybe he won't be. Maybe he'll just be a boss fight with a few lines, like Weiss was. Maybe Genesis will get some cutscenes where he's actually maybe awake. Maybe they rework the whole he's sleeping in a cave, because what is FF7 Remake Trilogy setting up? There's going to be a massive war between Shinra and Wutai. You guys, weapons going to show up. You're going to have meteor stuff. You're going to have all this stuff going around. The planet's in deep doo-doo. And the planet doesn't trust Cloud in them to get things done. The planet likes to take things in their own hands. To be like, this is what we're going to do. We don't care what people think. The planet's for itself, right? It wants to protect itself. Protect the life that's on there, perhaps, right? So, we got that going on. So, as far as Genesis playing a big role, they would have to make sure, like, I'm pretty sure, like I told Night Sky Prince and a couple other people, I said, with them learning how to, like, write these characters better over the years, like, get better at it, like, translation, understanding, like, the characters more and more. The more they write about the characters, the more they get comfortable with it. I think for Genesis, it was a great concept, but back then they didn't know how to like make him work. That's why a lot of people was like, man, it's like, oh, he's got all this loveless stuff. He keeps rephrasing. It's like, shut up. Even like Zach's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, shut up, dude. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, even Zach is acting like the players in Crisis Core. Now, granted, I appreciate Genesis for what it was. Even Angel. Like, some people don't like Angel. Is Angel going to be in this game? I don't know. If he is, maybe he'd be like a live stream thing. Maybe Zach can sense him. Maybe he asks Angel's like, what should I do here? Maybe Angel will have a line or two. We don't know. But we're going to stick with Genesis' situation. Since he's the planet's protector, the planet could awaken him early and use him to try to stop Meteor. I'm throwing stuff out there. But I got a funny feeling that the devs know how to handle it this time. They're going to be very cautious with Genesis. If they don't want to work him in the story, he could just end up being like a big, like, secret boss fight. Maybe Cloud and them will, like, run into Genesis underground. Maybe we'll have some hidden caves or something. We go down too deep where it's like, who in the hell is this guy? Like, we don't know, right? The only one that actually knows would be Zach or Sephiroth, right? Maybe Sephiroth shows up at the end and be like, what are you doing here? Like, not anything like that, but you know what I mean. Like, it could be something like that, where you end up just fighting him. Maybe he's don't have anything to do with the story, but he could be a big puzzle piece to this overall arc. Like, he could be part of it for the planet to use as a emergency weapon. If the weapons fail, maybe Genesis will be the alternate weapon. Just throwing it out there what they could do. This is exciting stuff. Like, my post here is like floating. I'm like super excited about it. I appreciate you guys for liking this and comment down below and stuff like that on my Twitter post. I appreciate it a ton, because I'm like, whoa, wait, why he's back to recording? Like, I guess he's recording weeks ago. So I don't know if it is for Genesis. I'm not sure. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Genesis being in Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3? Do you think he's going to be part of it? How do you think they're going to handle his story part? Is he just going to be like a VR boss? I mean, Nice Guy Prince, it would be awesome to play him in VR. I think it was him or somebody else. I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool to just have a nice reference or nod, and maybe just appearance of him somewhere. Because, you know, they can redeem characters. Look at Deep Ground. Look at Yuffie. Look at K-Sif. There's so many K-Sif haters out there from the original game. They play Rebirth and like, I actually love the character of K-Sif. They actually feel for him. They actually love using him in his party. Like, the devs know what they're doing, and it's great to see. I think that Genesis has a role in Part 3. If not, I mean, most likely he'll be in Ever Crisis. Maybe just recording a couple of things in Ever Crisis. Or it could be just out of the blue, it could be that other thing I told you about. The Master Sword, or Sword Master, right? With Gackt doing some, you know, the mocap and lines and stuff in that game, in that action game that I showed you earlier. Let me know what you guys think. You guys want Genesis back? You want to give him a redemption arc as far as like the writing and his characterization, his concept? Or do you guys think, you know what, Genesis is too much of a cringe fest, let's just leave him in the past and let's not bring him up anymore? But anyways, I'm seeing a lot of people are excited about Genesis coming back from this post, and everybody's flipping out. Like, it's a big deal. I wonder if Square Enix is going to see this. I wonder what their plans are with Gackt. Because if he's back in the studio recording, he hasn't been there since like 10 plus years. That definitely gives me that, you know, there's a service, which I don't think they're doing that, but definitely like maybe Ever Crisis, definitely he did the Crisis Core stuff. Like, don't know, but I'm super excited to see what they do. I appreciate you guys a ton. Thank you so much for all you guys do, and let me know in the comment section again what you guys think of Genesis. You guys want him back or not? How do you guys think they're going to handle him? And I'd love to have a nice conversation on YouTube. If you guys want more FF7 or any of that kind of content, feel free to like, subscribe, share with a friend. Let's get the conversation going, because this is a big deal. A lot of people are talking about Genesis now, and I know a lot of people don't want to see him in Part 3. Like, there's that talks over the last few years about how they should never bring Genesis back, leave him alone, but there's a lot of push for it now. Like, I mean, even guys like players like Max Payne Dude can come around to be like, wow, like they did with Deep Ground with Weiss and Nero and even Yuffie and stuff like that, right? Just like they can make a redemption for the writing and the concepts and the characterization of these characters that were kind of cringe in the earlier days of the compilation. But this is a 30-year cook, and Crisis Core, Advent Children, all that, that's like a 20-year cook. So you're talking about a lot of stuff they could do, and this is like the swan song. Like I said, this is like a thing for them to like, hey, let's just celebrate like our big love for Final Fantasy VII. It's our golden goose. We've been working on like this big project like in our heads, like how we want to play it out. We just need like the hardware to do it, and all this information they got a lot of like cut content that they wanted to do, but they couldn't do in Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, or any of the other games, right? Shit, we even got Dirge of Cerberus nods and references in the remake project. Like, they're not shying away from it, guys. So Genesis is a big elephant in the room right now, and I can't help to just talk about it. And I had to post that picture, like right here. I had to post a picture right here. Yeah, I had to post a picture of it and talk about it. Like, say, hey, whoa, like, wait, what? He's back recording? This is huge. Like, right now, I got 7 notifications. This thing's just keep going for probably the next day or so. Like, everybody's talking about it. Like, I'm getting, this thing's exploding. I didn't expect it to, but everybody wants to know what the heck's going to happen, and I'd love to see what you guys have to say. With that said, I'm going to leave it here. I ran off enough. Let me know how hyped you guys are for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Have you guys been playing Ever Crisis? What do you guys think of Genesis as a whole? And do you think this whole, him recording the lines and being back in the studio for 10 plus years, do you guys think it's Final Fantasy VII related? Is it that one Swordmaster game related? Maybe he's doing a completely new project. Maybe it's not anything to do with FF7. Maybe, or Square Enix. Maybe it could be something completely new or not new, but completely different that we don't know about Gackt's, career and voice acting and stuff like that, right? We know him as a famous, like, Japanese singer. He did Genesis. He did that one Swordmaster game. As far as I know, I didn't know about that Swordmaster game. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know in the comment section below what we talked about today. What's your thoughts? Love to see what you guys have to say. When I said, hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Take care.